What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do a little something different. This time we're on the more sports side. So you know, it's World Cup season. It's in the winter, fall, which is weird as fuck. But you know, it is what it is. You know. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is basically my prediction. You know, I'm gonna do a whole bracket up to the final. You know, I go groups, round 16, quarterfinal, semis, then the final winner. Then I'm also gonna add, you know, like who's gonna flop, who I think is gonna flop, who I think is gonna like a surprise. Cause like every World Cup, there's somebody that like shines out. You know what I mean? Like in 2014, we had James Rodriguez. So like I feel like I should do that as well. Also, like who's gonna be like the golden blue and like the golden ball winners. So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna start the group stage. In my opinion, I think Netherlands is gonna top the group. I think that's kind of like an obvious to everybody, only because I feel like Netherlands is the strongest group. Some people think they're gonna flop, but I think out of those three teams, I think they're gonna. I think they're the strongest team, in my opinion. No Sadio Mane, so I personally don't think Senegal is gonna go top two. I think second will be Ecuador, third Qatar, and then fourth Senegal. So Group B, I think the obvious is England, only because they're the strongest team. Second, you can say biased, but US, only because I think US is the third best team on this. Wales, and then Iran. Group C, the obvious, Argentina, obvious. Second, I'm gonna go Poland, Mexico, and then Saudi Arabia. Now, some people not gonna like that, but that Mexico team is low-key trash. I saw who they're taking, who got left out, and who's still their coach. Don't sleep on Poland. You might think, oh, they only have Lewandowski, but their midfield is low-key stacked. They have a pretty solid right back, in my opinion. Who's their goalie? Szczesny. Szczesny is a good keeper. Who you should not sleep in that Poland team is Zielinski. Zielinski from Napoli, baller. Group D. So today just broke that Benzema will not be in the World Cup. He picked up an injury during training, so they're going first. But come on, let's be honest. Compared to these teams, all right, I'm gonna go Denmark, Australia, and Tunisia. I don't know much about Australia. I don't know much about Tunisia. I know Denmark is tough. I know France obviously is tough. They won the last one. You know. Group E, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Spain, Germany, Japan, Costa Rica. Never mind. I'm switching that. But I don't know. It's weird because Germany has a solid midfield, Spain has a solid midfield, but both attacks aren't that good. Like, let's say if Germany plays Havertz up top, that's GG's, bro. That's GG's, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, let's be serious. Unless he plays someone like Gnabry or Muller, but Muller or Gnabry don't play striker like that, you know what I mean? So it literally I feel like the striker position. You know, if the wingers and like, you know, attacking midfielders or even midfielders get involved in like the goals, then, you know, I feel like it could go either way. But they don't have good forward, like they don't have good strikers, so you know what I mean? You know, fuck it, let's just put Germany up there, only because I feel like Germany is a stronger team. I would just try to handle bullshit. Group F, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, so I'm gonna go Croatia, Canada, Belgium, Morocco. I think Belgium won't do good. I think that golden era of Belgium is finito. Besides Kevin De Bruyne and probably Trossard, not a lot of them are in like good form or like, you know, playing or even playing well in their career. And I think Canada will be like a sleeper tournament. only because you know this they don't really have much to lose. You know what I mean? They haven't been in the World Cup for 36 years, and last time they were in the World Cup, they didn't make it out the group. They didn't even score a goal. You know what I mean? Like, just scoring a goal is a big. Not just being there is like a big thing, and then you throw scoring goals on top of it. You know, their first goal is gonna go crazy. You know, the stadium will go crazy. Canadian fans gonna go crazy, and I feel like that's just gonna build like more like what's that shit called? Like confidence. You know what I mean? Like more boost of confidence. And I don't know, like Canada, you can't sleep on them. Like, you know, Alphonso Davies, who they got, Jonathan David, you just can't sleep on them. And you have like a lot of there's a lot of Canadian players that do play in Europe, not probably like top 5 leagues, but like, you know, in Belgium, Portugal, and shit like that, even France. Like, do not sleep on these ballers. Like, do not sleep on these ballers. They there for a reason. They were number 1 in CONCACAF for a reason. I think they were undefeated. I could be wrong. I think they were undefeated. So don't sleep on these guys, bro. And low-key, I'm rooting for them. Like, I want them to do well. Group G. Brazil, obvious. I'm gonna go Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. That's Brazil. That's the obvious, bro. Jogo Bonito, you know what I mean. Neymar, who are Gabriel Jesus. You go in the midfield, Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, whatever his name is. Casemiro. You go to the back line, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Militao, Dani Alves, bro. You know, you go with more youngsters, Anthony, or even what's his name, Martinelli. Martinelli's a baller, bro. I never rated Martinelli, not even last year. But like, he a baller. He got that dog in him. Serbia. Yo, do not sleep on these guys, bro. What is it? Mitrovic, Krostic from Juventus, what his name is. Vlahovic, Milinkovic-Savic. All right, here we go. In my opinion, this is probably the group of death. Cause like compared to like everybody else, I think this is like the most common. So I'm gonna go Uruguay tops the group. Then I'm gonna go Portugal, Ghana, and Korea. Uruguay is another country motherfuckers is sleeping on. Luis Suarez, Cavani, Darwin Nunez, you know what I mean? That's me, like, you know what I mean? Who else they got? In the back line, they got Araujo. In midfield, they got Valverde. Jimenez also at center back. Literally, do not sleep on Uruguay. Do not. Portugal, then the amount of players they got, they should be, like, literally, they should be first. But they have a shit coach, and like I feel like the way they play isn't good at all. Literally, how Portugal play is literally like past to Ronaldo. You know what I mean? You know, and literally right now Ronaldo ain't good. All right, so round 16. Netherlands versus USA. Red, white, and blue, baby. Exactly, red, white, and blue. Netherlands. Let's be honest. I would love the US to beat the Netherlands, you know, for being biased, but we also gotta be realistic, you know what I mean? Netherlands just a better team, you know. US proved me wrong. Argentina and Denmark, this is gonna be a good fucking game. This would be a good fucking game. But we're gonna go. The Argentina team, they dogs. They are dogs. The definition of dogs. They don't have like the best players in the world. Literally, they do have the best player in the world, but out of like overall, they don't have like the best players in the world. You know what I mean? I feel like as a group, when they come together, you know, they're good. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like past years, Messi had like the big names, Higuain, Aguero, and shit like that. You know, but they never showed up. This time, you know, you got young players, you got some vets also. That, you know, they put everything on the line to win, and they're undefeated going into the tournament. And they just played a friendly against who was it? Saudi Arabia, I think. Smacked them 4-0 or 5-0, something like that. It's light work, you know what I mean? England versus Ecuador. I'm going England. Oh, I never talked about Ecuador, but Ecuador is low key another country people should sleep on. The young squad, Moises Caicedo, and shit like that. France, Poland. France You know, France is just better. Germany versus Canada. I feel like this would either be a trashing or a solid like game. You know what I mean? Going Germany. I think Germany's a better team. Brazil versus Portugal. Brazil. I feel like Brazil is they the ones right now. They the ones. Like is their in my opinion is their tournament to lose. You know what I mean? That's just how I see it. Croatia versus Spain. This is actually a pretty good game. I think Spain edges it, and then Uruguay beat Serbia in the round 16. Now we got quarterfinals. Let's win shit get even more spicier. Netherlands versus Argentina. They played in the World Cup against each other. It was a semi-final 2014, and that was a good game. And in this situation, we're gonna edge Argentina again. Germany versus Brazil. You saw what happened in 2014, but this is a different time. You know, Brazil. France versus England, another fucking good game. This is where shit ends for England. Going France. Spain versus Uruguay. Spain are very good, and like they're very good. I feel like they're, when it comes to like playing, they're very to the book. You know what I mean? You watch Barcelona or even La Liga, they're very to the book. You know, just simple passing. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's some attackers that do flair, stuff like that, but you're not really gonna see that. But they're very to the book. You know. But Uruguay, they got that South American dog in them. They got dogs in them, bro. I'm exiting the Uruguay. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Uruguay. We're going to semi-finals. I don't know how it got to this, but we here. I'm going to do this one first. I think this is where it ends for Uruguay. Only because France is a way better team. Way better team. But you cannot, like, I'm telling you, do not sleep on Uruguay. Do not sleep on Uruguay this tournament. If they do shit, but you cannot sleep on them, alright? How did this get to the semifinal? Don't know. This is supposed to be a final game. I'm gonna be unbiased. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. But I'm being very unbiased. And in this situation, we going with I think Brazil gonna win it. I think Brazil gonna win it. And that's my opinion. Alright? I think Brazil gonna win it. You know what I mean? And they are favorites to win it. And I think everybody got Brazil winning it. They either got Brazil or Argentina winning it. Those are the main two people are talking about. I just think Brazil is better. You know what I mean? Even if you watch the Copa America final, Brazil did play better and were more at it in that game. You know, Argentina just put everything on the line. You know what I mean? You know, Brazil really lost only because of one defensive mistake. You know, their left back couldn't clear the ball. You know, and that's Brazil weakness. They don't got good fullback. Why do you think 39-year-old Dani Alves got called up? Because they don't really got good options like that. You know what I mean? Fuck you. So, I mean, yeah, Brazil winning it. Those are my winners. Who I think was a flop. In the sense of like who, you know, from what I see, you know, on Twitter and Instagram, and like, you know, presenters and like commentators, pundits, and I watch a lot of Premier League and like a lot of like British, you know, podcasts and stuff like that. And these motherfuckers way too cocky to think their team will take it all. You know, go ahead, you know, be country pride, all that stuff. You know, it is the World Cup, you know, support your country, shit like that. But the way they be talking, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think y'all got it. I do not think y'all got it. Well, y'all think y'all lost the Euros. Y'all lost the Euros for a reason. Y'all have a shit man. Y'all have a shit coach. He's probably gonna start Maguire. Everybody think he's gonna play a back four. He's gonna play a back five with Injury prone Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker is a good player, but he's injury prone. He's probably gonna start McGuire, like I said, in the back five. His left back will be Shaw. His right back will probably be Trent, who's literally on form right now. Is getting violated. He getting violated. You know what I mean? He's not a bad player, but he getting violated right now. So yeah, he might, or he could. It might be he could play Trippier. He played Trippier. You know, it might be good. He is gonna play a tuna midfield, just like the Euros. He's gonna play Calvin Phillips, who only played one game so far this season. Declan Rice, who's playing on a West Ham team that isn't doing pretty good. They're kind of picking up form, but Declan Rice is a baller. But they're both gonna be playing. They're gonna transition from a 6 to an 8 mid game. So one is gonna go up, the other gonna stay back, and just gonna keep. You know what I mean? And they're not bad players, but you know, in those situations, you would rather have like a midfield three. You know, with Maddison and like Bellingham. You know, I'm happy Maddison got called up. Their attack will probably be Sterling, Kane, and my opinion, it should be Saka. But I feel like someone like Mount will start. Mount isn't on great form either. He was on form for like 2-3 games, but you know, shit dropped. Chelsea's doing shit right now, and I don't want to talk about Chelsea. But like I feel like the way they're going, like the way I feel like Southgate's gonna play, it's not gonna win the tournament. It's not gonna win the tournament. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Like Saka should be starting. Sterling, yeah, when it comes to England, he does play good, but he's not really a creator. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be running behind. He is gonna be a threat and stuff like that. In my opinion, they should play a back four. It should be Stones, Ben White, and then either Trippier or right. It should be Trippier at right back. And then left back, I mean, they don't have much of an option, but Shaw. Midfield, it should be Declan Rice, Bellingham, Maddison. Left wing, Sterling, striker Kane, and what's his name? What's his face? Saka. Saka's starting to right. Starboy. So yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, a lot of players didn't get called up. Tony, who didn't get called up. Tammy Abraham didn't get called up. But Tomori didn't get called up. Tomori should be there. He won the freaking Serie A last season. You know what I mean? Like, bro. And Maguire got called up. That shit just don't make sense. Connor Cody got called up. He's not even the best center back at Everton. The best English center back at Everton. That's just my opinion. I think England gonna flop, and I think Portugal are gonna flop. You know, because Ronaldo last World Cup and stuff like that, bro. Ronaldo's not on good form. Ronaldo he didn't play good. Yes, he scored 18 goals last season, but most of them were just tap-ins. You know what I mean? Like, or he just had to finish it. You know what I mean? Which is his job, to finish the goals, but he didn't even play good. Let's say he didn't score. Bro, he dropped in 3 out of 10 performances. You know what I mean? Like, he not that guy, right? He's not that guy no more. And he just gotta admit that. You know what I mean? He's not playing good at all. How many goals he had this season? Like, what, 3? And everybody was violating him. No, they were violating Messi last year because he had like 4 goals. You know what I mean? Or he wasn't scoring goals, but he still was creating and getting assists. Like, he wasn't playing bad. He just wasn't scoring. As simple as that. You know what I mean? Different situation right now. He's not playing good. You see him play, bro. He trying to step over his like nice passes, like flashy passes like that, bro. That shit look sad. Like, it looks sad, bro. Like it's time to hang it up. And like I said before, Portugal don't have a good manager. They do not. Like, someone like João Felix should be either getting game time or starting. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't even think that happens in the Euros. He might have been injured. I could be wrong. Like, I could be wrong about all this. But, like, you know, Jota is a big miss too, because Jota is a dog. Like, Jota is a dog. Like, that's one of the things Liverpool is like missing right now. Jota, he might be like short compared to like a lot of forwards and like strikers. Yo, put him at the 9. Yo, he is a problem. Like those one of the players that like I would personally want like on the team. And he's out midfield. You know, a lot of players. I don't think a certain player like someone like Renato Sanchez didn't get called up. In my opinion, he should have got called up because they don't have like much good midfielders besides like Bernardo Silva, Palhinha. I don't even think Palhinha got called up. I could be wrong about this, but Portugal, I feel like they're not all that. You know, we saw it in the Euros. They weren't all that. They were not. So, you know what I mean? So like, imagine it's England or Portugal. They're gonna flop. They are gonna flop. Sleeper of the tournament is Canada and Uruguay. I feel like those two will do a madness. They'll do a madness. Canada, in the sense that, like, you know, people don't expect much for Canada, and this is their first World Cup in 36 years. You know, and compared to like to other countries, they're not like the biggest in terms of like players and stuff like that. And then Uruguay, not many people are talking about them. Bro. They got dogs. They are dogs. They are dogs. Like, you watch a Uruguay game, yo, it look like a war zone, bro. They be, ooh, you see flying kicks everywhere, fouls everywhere, bro. Like, it's like when playing against them, it's more like a mental game, bro. Like, they gonna rough you up. You know what I mean? And if you're not built for it, your ass getting packed up. You know what I mean? So yeah. Who I think player that I think is gonna like shine at the tournament, low key Darwin Nunez or Jonathan David. I'm saying Jonathan David from Canada. You know, just because I think they're two countries, I have them as like sleepers of the tournament. So I feel like, you know, it's only right to have like a player out there. Or you go Croatia, what's his name, Orsic. I think he plays for Dynamo Zagreb. I don't know how to say the team name, but I seen him on FIFA. I'm like, yo, he mad quick, and then he violated Chelsea. I'm like, yeah, he a dog. He a dog. And then I think he finally been getting called up to the national team. Like, I don't think he played in the 2018 World Cup, which is nuts. But yeah, he looked like a baller, so you can say someone like him. Alright, so we're gonna go top scorer of the tournament. I'm going Mbappe. I mean, it's kind of like obvious. I'm going Mbappe. And then who will be the golden ball? Golden ball is Neymar. Brazil winning it, only right Neymar. For Neymar finna violate. I think him and Messi and Valverde are like currently like the best on form. You know, you can say Haaland, but like he's not in the World Cup. So when we talking about World Cup players right now, Valverde and like Messi and Neymar, they're like the top 3 on form right now in the World Cup. So I'm going Neymar. He finna ball out. And I could be wrong. Like I said, we do not know what's gonna happen, bro. You know, we got people betting racks and shit like that, and people finna lose racks because we don't know what the fuck gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, did we all expect Croatia to go to the final in 2018? No, we did not. Like, come on, bro. Like, France was the obvious, but Croatia wasn't. You know what I mean? So, yeah, those are my predictions. You know, I was chatting a lot bullshit on this. You know, you can call me a fucking American that doesn't know anything about football. I don't give a fuck. I know ball. That's all I know. Alright, I know that I know ball. So, but again, I could be wrong. We do not know what's gonna happen. You could say freaking what's his name? Eto got freaking Cameroon winning the whole thing. All the African teams making it past the round of 16. He got Cameroon and Morocco in the final. In my opinion, he's smoking that za. Whatever he got, I want it. But we do not know. He could be right. He could know something we don't know. So, if you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment what you think of it. Who you think is gonna win? Yo, give me your winners, your flops, your player of the tournament, and who's gonna be the golden ball winner, top scorer, player of the tournament. You know what I mean? Give me those down below if you watch. If you enjoyed it, like I said, like the video. If you're new, subscribe. You want more ball talk? Subscribe and comment down below. You want more ball talk? You know what I mean? I can talk ball for days. That's low key pause, but it's dirty mindsets if you thinking that way, and I got a dirty mindset, so you know I'm going to dip on that. Yeah, bye.
God is real and he using me for a bigger purpose. So fuck the world that would have you think that a nigga worthless. Sometimes I think that these verses can help a person way more than the ones they reading in churches on days of worship. No disrespect to the Lord and Savior, that ain't just ego. I just observed that them words no longer relate to people, cause modern